Bradley at 30 in the peak of his career. Can the older legs of Juan Manuel hold up? And don't forget, before he knocked out Pacquiao, he was in a heap of trouble in his last fight. Larry?
Going to psychologists and neurologists, slurring his words. Very few athletes are ever willing to show their vulnerabilities the way he did. And so a lot of people have questioned whether he is more damaged goods than he or any of us know to this point.
Well, that's a legitimate concern, and obviously he's gotten cleared medically. And like you pointed out earlier, gentlemen, Marquez, too, aside from the tremendous wars that he's been in, was really, even though he got that spectacular knockout against Pacquiao, was really, I think, the worst for wear out of that outcome. Really has suffered his own damage. Now, he's 40 years old. He seems to be one of the few fighters that has been able to carry the power with him. He even looks stronger to me in this weight class than he did as a featherweight. But did he turn old overnight? Can he handle the hand speed and the footwork of a Bradley? Will Bradley fight the same type of fight and feel that he still has something to prove post-Providnica?